Hey, folks, welcome back to Little Big Opinions. I'm Big.
And I'm Little.
And this episode is brought to you by Sacieta Law Personal Injury Attorneys. If you've been injured in a car accident, you need more than just a lawyer. You need an advocate who truly cares and fights hard for what you deserve. Call Sacieta Law at 305-340-9082 or visit sacietalaw.com for your free consultation. Sacieta Law, where strength meets compassion. Producer Mark is also with us today. We can't see him because of this lovely screen in his face. But how you doing, Mark?
Hello, boys.
Mark, a lot has gone on in the last week or so. First off, let's just do one big announcement here. We are powered by 786 Sports. Cultura Media, one of the best in the game here, giving you all of Miami flavor, sports, entertainment, so be it. But we got some big changes going on. We're still part of 786 Sports, but we will have our own YouTube channel starting next week. Okay, so you're gonna hit that live next week. We're probably not gonna go live on Monday, right? Because there's something big going on next week on the 19th. The national championship game. The national championship game. 24 years. Woo! Mark, we did it. We did it! We made the Natty!
They said we couldn't do it.
They didn't want us in the tournament!
No. They said we couldn't do it. They said that we didn't deserve to be there. We didn't belong there.
Last team in! Last team in! Hey, Notre Dame, where are you at now? Ohio State, where are you at now? Ole Miss Rebels, where are you at now? And folks, it's a miracle. This is football. It's not baseball. We have two Cubans leading the charge on both sides. Mario Cristobal versus Fernando Mendoza. It's the Columbus Brotherhood. It's the Columbus Bowl. It's the greatest football game of all time. And one of them went to Belen, Chris. One of them went to Belen.
Yeah, for middle school. But
For middle school. He was there from 6th to 8th grade.
yeah.
You know, doesn't it feel good that he walked those halls, Heisman Mendoza? Doesn't that feel good? Are you rooting for him?
Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for him to play well and do good things. I mean, it's an incredible story for him. You can't not be happy for the kid. He has had a great year and is continuing on to play in a national championship as a kid, what your home stadium was for him. It must be such a thrill. Super, super happy for him. But like you said, the Canes are there, and it's been since 2001.
Yes, sir.
It's been long awaited.
2002.
Long awaited time for all those fans, and hopefully it's a theme coming because, we were talking about it earlier off air and how it took some time for Cristobal to kind of like throw away everything. Anything to do with the bad culture, anything to do with the bad stink that was left there, Cristobal came in and got rid of everybody. And he said he's going to do it his way, and we're again talking about it. I think it was a year early, at least, but he's there, and they got a chance, and the Canes look good. And I cannot believe that there's 7.5 point spread.
7.5 point spread. Indiana looks unstoppable right now. Unstoppable. They play flawless football. They are well coached. Even so much so, guys, that there's rumors out there that they're cheating. There's rumors that they have an inside scoop to the portal where people put their playbooks, their game plans. That's how good they're playing right now. That there's this rumor out there. Do you think that there's any truth to this rumor? Because I kind of do. I mean, Signetti,
That they're cheating?
That they're cheating?
Oh.
Just because they're so well prepared? No football team is that well prepared. No football team does not make any mistakes.
No, because they're also the oldest team in the NCAA as well. That's how they're also doing it.
They're not average of 23 years old?
Yeah, they're not getting all the 5 stars, but they're getting guys that have been in college football for such a long time, and they're going to be better than the others. And they're just very, very well coached. He's coming out. He doesn't want them to make mistakes. They play good, smart football, and for the most part, you win games when you do that. And that's what the Canes have done since midseason, since their slide. They decided that we're going to try as best as we can not to make mistakes, so we're not going to let Carson Beck throw the ball at all, and we're just going to run, because they don't have to because that offensive line is so good. But this last game, Carson Beck needed to come out because they made those mistakes, because they had a couple of offensive linemen jump off sides over and over, false starts over and over again. And Carson Beck, with 3 minutes left, said, this is why we pay you $4 million, which is so funny. This is what we say in college football now. We pay you $4 million to make these big throws, and to take the lead and win the game. It's amazing.
What he did at the end of that game with what he's done in this playoff run is use his legs. He's a big-bodied guy, 6'4". He can run the ball. He used his legs in critical third down conversions, and just again, showing he's wearing number 11 just like Ken Dorsey, Chris. There's a lot of similarity here.
He made some big throws.
Big throws. Big throws. Big plays by everyone. The running game was just humming. Fletcher, for some reason, again, we abandoned the run. But Malachi Toney, man. Malachi Toney needs to be talked about again. Not only because of his 36-yard touchdown when he said, put the team on my back right now, and just kept running, breaking tackles.
That was crazy. That was absurd. He weaved and through the defense. He weaved through them. He had like 4 cuts on that run. That was out of control.
He is the best player in football. We've been saying it all season long. And not only that, okay, but he had arguably the greatest catch that did not count in the history of football. In the history.
Yeah,
this is on
amazing.
This is in
That
the
one
fourth quarter.
And it almost, relax with
The history, Chris.
You're such an over.
Think about where you were. Where it's fourth quarter, you're down late, there's 3 minutes left, and you make this drive and you catch that football. He's a freshman. He's 18 years old. You're not supposed to be doing that right now. Congratulations to the Miami Hurricanes. For all you people out there that wanted Teflon out, Mario Cristobal, Middle Tennessee, that loss. Everything about the blow up against Georgia Tech, it was all for this, guys. We're here. We're back. 19th is a week from today. We're not going to be live in studio, folks. We're going to be watching the game, and it's all about the Canes. Good luck to Fernando Mendoza, but on the 19th, sir, sorry. I'm rooting that you suck ass, okay? As a Columbus guy, I get it. I love you. He is the new Tim Tebow. He is pristine on how he answers questions. Always thanking God, by the way. Always thanking God. I like that. You thank God a lot, but you don't have to thank him every single time. You don't got to thank him every single time.
I'm not touching this.
You're not touching it? But it's just, Fernando, good luck to you, sir. Signetti, we're going to wipe that smirk. You don't even have a smirk. It's just you're always pissed. We're coming after you, sir.
He smiles more than Cristobal does, by the way.
Cristobal is on another level this postseason.
Signetti doesn't smile at all, but at the end of the game, he smiled after they won. Cristobal doesn't. Job's not done. Want to know. That's all he says the whole time.
That guy who tried to hug him. That guy who tried to hug him at the end.
Job's not done, dude. What?
He's like, the game's not even over, dude.
I went at halftime, and I was going to post a video of a pump-up video, like showing the pool in the background, and I'm so glad I didn't.
Are you okay, dude?
I'm sorry, I'm choking right now. I'm so glad I didn't, because I thought I was going to be the reverse jinx.
Yeah, good thing you did.
I almost did it, and I would have immediately felt bad.
Yeah, that was.
Do you guys watch Bob Does Sports?
No.
There's this guy,
I love Bob.
Yeah, Joey Coldcuts. He's very similar to me. He's the loud, outspoken moron. And yesterday, he's a huge Packers fan. Yesterday, at the beginning, when they're up 21-3, he goes on Instagram and he posts a video of like shaming. This is crazy. The Bears stink. They lost the game, and this guy had to go into hiding.
Yeah, I mean that's why you don't talk until the game is over, and you haven't learned your lesson. I guess you did. You did learn your lesson. You didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything. Now that's for the Canes. Good luck next week. Go Canes.
We want to, before you get to,
please.
My father-in-law, Josh. Josh, hi, hello to you. He's on the chat. He's been telling me since Saturday that he was going to be on, because on Saturday we went to play golf at beautiful Miami Shores. We had a great game. I just wanted to ask you guys a question here. So we played golf with, like we said, Josh, my father-in-law, and my brother-in-law, Brandon. You guys all know Brandon. Let me ask you guys a question. If we're going out to play golf, basketball, bowling, checkers, do we have to come out and say we're playing in this competition to win, or is that like predetermined that if we're going to go play something, we're trying to win the game?
You're always trying to win.
Right. We don't have to declare, hey, this one we're playing to win or lose, right?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Okay, because my brother-in-law threw that at me at like 3 holes left on Sunday because we played on Sunday as well. I was like, all right, we got 3 left. He goes,
3 holes left?
He goes, well, we didn't really say we were playing. But on the back.
Oh, Brady, loser tag. That's loser talk.
But on the back 9 at 10, I go, hey, count them up. How what's the score going on? He waited till hole 15 to tell me. So I was like, all right, I'll give you 3 more strokes, and I was down 5, and then I choked even more, so it didn't matter. But I was like,
I thought you were gonna say that Josh said that,
No.
and I would have been like, whatever, it's different.
okay,
But Brandon,
No, Brandon, I mean, come on.
come on, Pablo,
You're a
you
grown
know.
man.
no, you guys.
Is it
Josh
like the-
just makes up his own games. So first he wants to play front 9 straight up. Then he wants to play the back 9 on his handicap, and then he wants to just play 18. Whoever wins that hole wins the whole day. That's how Josh plays.
I love it. I love it.
Who won?
On Saturday, I won all 3, beat all 3 of them, and then out of the 3 of us,
Uh-huh.
and then Sunday, Brandon beat me by 1.
You played 36 holes this weekend?
Because you guys know that Brittany wasn't here, so
wow, that's rare.
I did a staycation, and usually I don't drink that much when I'm playing golf. This time I did. It was good. Because I could go home and just lay down. I didn't have to clean up or I didn't do anything.
You didn't have to do anything. You could just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not even a dink. You were a bachelor this weekend.
I think bachelors would have a little bit more fun than I did. I just was a golfer this week.
You want to ask where I went on Saturday?
Where'd you go on Saturday?
I went to the circus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was that? Where?
By the way, went to Kaseya Center, went to go eat. First biggest mistake of my life. We didn't eat before.
Yeah,
I was like,
mistake.
oh, we're going to go and I want to eat or whatever. Go to Skinny Louie. Very good burger, smash burger. For 4 burgers, 3 fries, and two sodas. $128.
Yeah, unreal, dude. I don't know what's going on in this world.
What is going on? They gave us a bag of popcorn with a hat, $20. You know, the little light things, of course.
This is in the Kaseya Center.
This is
Skinny
in Kaseya,
Louie.
yes.
Even
Yeah,
worse.
yeah.
Okay.
I completely messed up.
Yeah.
But Ringling Brothers, I mean, man, it's kind of sad over there. There's no animals, by the way. Did you know that?
Yes, you're not allowed to be there. That's the whole thing.
The only reason why I wanted to go to see the elephants.
Yeah,
That's it.
You know, at some point, SeaWorld's not going to have whales anymore either. You know that, right?
Is that a fat joke or?
No, they're actually not going to have whales. They're not
Just
allowed.
kidding.
They're not allowed to bring new whales on.
Are you kidding me?
No.
It's called SeaWorld.
Have you ever? Yeah, SeaWorld. It's not called Whale World.
Have you ever seen Blackfin, dude?
Yeah, really. Where have you been?
What's Blackfin?
Are you serious?
What's Blackfin? A show?
Blackfin is a documentary series. It probably came out like 15 years ago.
The whaling thing?
It's not about whaling, but it's about the way they treat the whales
in captivity.
In captivity, exactly, and how it's not good for them. That's where all the protests from SeaWorld came around. I actually shot for a different documentary that was trying to bounce off of that. They had me go sneak into SeaWorld and film Lolita.
You sneaked in? You snuck in?
To the Miami Square?
I did. I mean, I snuck in was that I bought a ticket.
Oh.
But there's like all around they're saying you can't record, and I took a camera, like it was a little one of those DV cameras that you could pop out. You know, it looked like I was a dad, and I sat next to a family because I wasn't a dad at that time. So I sat next to a family and I recorded like if I was recording the family, and I don't know. I sent it off to Seattle. I don't know where it went. Never saw it again. But
Well, that's SeaWorld's. Miami Aquarium is closed, and they're going to do a whole new redevelopment there. So if you guys don't want redevelopment, tough. It's coming.
It's coming. we need more condos in Miami, Florida. Okay, now some other big news. We're a Miami Dolphins podcast. A lot went on. Ding dong, the witch is dead, Chris. Do you think that we had a role? Mike McDaniel no longer is the head coach of this Miami football team.
It's so funny that you say that because I actually think we had a role. I think someone heard us and saw that I had a stroke the other day because I rewatched that. I was like, dude, Chris, relax, dude. I had a stroke on there, but let's get to it. Mike McDaniel was fired. He wasn't on fire on Monday, not on Tuesday, not on Thursday. I really don't know what happened. Maybe we did have a part in it. Maybe the fact that all the 6 candidates of GM all probably said we wouldn't keep him have to have gotten that feedback
But
from
I
him.
thought he was part of the search. I thought he was part of the welcoming committee.
Well, maybe that's what got him fired. Like,
Why would he say
yeah,
that?
why would you say that? But overall, his tenure really quick: 35-33 over 4 seasons. He was 0-2 in playoff games, both wild card losses. He went from 9-8, 11-6, 8-9, 7-10. So we see what's happening. His total offense was ranked 6th, 1st, 17th, and 25th. And then we go from scoring 11th, 2nd, 22nd, and 24th. And I'm going to say that Chris Perkins said a great thing, because we talk about 2003 like it was such a great year. We say it all the time here. But Chris Perkins said a great point. It wasn't a good year. It was ended in a first-round playoff. They didn't win the game they needed to win to be the number 2 seed against the Tennessee Titans. They didn't win a game in the playoffs. They came up short again, like they always do. That's not good enough. And us Dolphin fans, we need a better standard, and we're here. We're finally here. I think we have a lot to be excited about. I'm wearing my jersey, okay? This is a Christmas gift. I'm going to show everybody.
Show him the back. Show him the back.
Show us the back.
Look at that.
Ooh.
You might have thought it was Dan Marino, but it's not Dan Marino, because I'm tired of wearing anybody else. I'm not going to put my hopes on any other player ever in my lifetime. I am rooting for the Dolphins, okay? The Dolphins are my team, and that's all I care. What does that mean? That means that I am no longer looking for the one quarterback going forward. I want the team to be built the right way through the trenches, so that when that quarterback comes, he just fits into the system, and that's it. No more building a team for Tua, building a team for this guy, building a team for that. We go build a team the right way, and when the quarterback comes, and we go to the Super Bowl.
I like what you're saying here, because you're seeing it right now with Miami Hurricanes. That's what Mario Cristobal did. We said it earlier on the podcast. He came in, he cleaned house, and he put his own culture in. And if you wanted to be there as part of this and stick like Ruben Bain and Francis Mauigoa, you did that. That's what the Dolphins have to do. You have to build from the trenches. And what's most important? What's a good outlook, folks? You would say is that the strength of this football team, I would say, from the youth, is in the trenches. Aaron Brewer, second team All-Pro. When was the last time that happened for a center?
He didn't even make a Pro Bowl alternate.
You know
That's
what?
how dumb that is.
That's how dumb the Pro Bowl is.
The Pro Bowl is.
Because All-Pro is
better,
the
yeah.
mecca, the highest honor that you can get. Second team All-Pro. That means he's the second best center in the NFL. Not now. You got Patrick Paul on the left side. If you go get a Francis Mauigoa on the right side, you're set. Okay, you're freaking set. You can put me out there, and you can put Chris out there at either guard spot. And then now you have these 3 young defensive tackles. You got Sealer locked up. You got Chop Robinson. Hopefully he can come into his own. But there's some youth there in the trenches, and that's what we need.
Right.
That's what we need. Now, Chris, who are the people? McDaniel's gone. Sayonara. Who are some of the guys that can come in and produce for us? Who are the names that you're hearing right now for his replacement?
Is it okay if we talk about like who's going to pick the replacement first?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
so
please tell us.
We made a big hire, and we said it on the pod last week. We had a favorite, and then as the news comes out and all the podcasts comes out and all the newspaper clippings come out, everyone's favorite was John E. Sullivan, and here he is. He's from the Packers. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He started with the Packers in 2003 as an intern. And then from 2003 till now, he's been part of the organization. He was a scout going all the way into 2023 when he became the VP of player personnel for the Green Bay Packers. He is a top talent evaluator there. He has learned from the best. It's one of the best organizations in all of football. They've been relevant and good since Favre to Rodgers,
30
to Love.
years.
This is how we want to do it. And there's an interview which I talked about last time. I will put it out for you guys, the whole interview. And the quote that I love the most is, "The draft is your lifeblood." Okay, that's how we have to build the teams. Yes, you can add a free agent here or there, but it's not going to be good if we don't do it. And I was talking to my Packers fan this year, earlier today, and she was telling me, how she's excited, blah, blah, whatever. But that when Mika got hurt, that was kind of the end of the year. They're 0-5 without Mika Parsons. So when you make that trade for such a big player and he goes down, that's it. That your defense wasn't what it was supposed to be. You sold your soul for the player, and I still think they should have. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have, but this happens. And that's what the Dolphins have done. 2023, all those guys got hurt. This year, Tyreek gets hurt. You're left without a team. We need a team, okay? We play for the front of the jersey, not the name on the back of the jersey. Don't forget that, Dolphins. We're here. We're back. Miami Dolphins, #1.
We wanted a full rebuild. We've been asking for it all season long. We got it. Steven Ross answered the bell, and now we're here. Now, John Eric Sullivan. We got to get rid of the Eric part. It's kind of giving me serial killer vibes. But
I have a friend that's named John Eric.
is he a serial killer?
No, not at all.
Nice guy?
Yeah, super nice.
Okay, cool. All right.
He's a fan of the show. He actually went to our...
What's up, John Eric? How you doing, buddy? Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us. But, Chris, who are the folks out there? Okay, there's some big names out there with plenty of experience that are still left on the market. No one really has been hired yet. All the dominoes are waiting to fall. And then there's potential some newcomers and then potential some guys that currently have a job that maybe not have a job that could have a job with the Miami Dolphins.
So let's start with the 3 that the interviews were requested already. One was already completed. That's Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks.
Is that Gary Kubiak's son? Has to be.
Has to be.
Has to be. Cool.
So
okay. Lineage.
So Clint,
like that.
So Clint Kubiak comes from the same world of the Shanahan tree, comes from the same type of offense. So in the sense of team building, that offensive line, Aaron Brewer, is a match for this type of offense. So that might be something to keep in mind as we talk about. But that's kind of the only offensive guy that I'm going to speak about because there's a theme here. They want defense and they want big-time guys. So Kelvin Shepard, who is the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, he was requested for an interview.
What?
Yep. Kelvin Shepard is on the staff with Dan Campbell, and he was in an interview saying how there was a regret that Dan Campbell left the Dolphins, and he was part of the staff in Miami during that time. He was just, I think it might have been his first year, like an intern type of year. He just finished playing. He has great coaching ability, apparently. He's a big-time players coach. He's a defensive guy, so he's going to be interviewed. And there's another interview request for, you might know this name, Chris Shula.
All right, we've talked about that name here before.
Right. So Chris Shula is the grandson of the great Don Shula. I think that's a little bit too much to ask for there. I don't know if you're going to be able. There's a statue of his grandfather there.
We always talk about curses. Would it be lifting of the curse if we hire a Shula to lead the franchise once again?
Well,
we went after Mario Cristobal. Sorry, Chris, who was an alum. He was a part of that school, part of that fabric. We brought him back, one of our own, and he led us to where we're at right now. Chris Shula, guys, you got a Shula and at the head honcho. It makes sense. Someone in this podcast said it at the beginning of the year or during the year, and he's defense.
Yeah. So again, same tree. We're not going too far from the Mike McDaniel tree. He's still on that same tree. He's a defensive coordinator. He played for Miami, Ohio with Sean McVay. That's where that comes from. He's a local kid. He was born in Miami, but he went to Fort Lauderdale. He went to St. Thomas Aquinas, that wonderful school that only puts great football players out. So he's an option. Here's the big name, the one that everyone wants to talk about, and is our #1 pick.
Oh.
You do whatever you can. John Harbaugh.
Hard for Harbaugh. Hard for Harbaugh.
So here's the thing.
That's it. That enough said. You go get him. He's a Super Bowl winner, Chris. He's also 62 years
He's
old.
like 62 years old.
Está viejo.
Dude, not really.
He looks great,
Yeah, he
by
looks
the way.
great.
He looks
You know,
great.
I checked Andy Reid's. You know, he's 67, I believe. 65.
Right.
So these guys they're up there.
They're getting up there, but he's got plenty of life left and he's got plenty of time. But the thing that I do want to say, I want to applaud Stephen Ross, okay? He had some conviction because there was rumors and reports that if John Harbaugh was going to go somewhere else, he wanted his GM, which was
Chad
Alexander. I thought we're going to sell out. We're going to go get Chad Alexander, but they stuck to their guns. They had conviction in Johnny Sullivan, and hopefully we could still get Harbaugh. I know that we have friends that have concerns about John Harbaugh, but there's something about a guy who actually can run a program and keep the entire team accountable, not just one side of the offense or defense. So John Harbaugh, We pay him whatever he wants, pay his assistants whatever they want. That's what you got to do. Build a culture, starting with the GM. Go get the head coach. Go get the great coordinators. Let's go do this. John Harbaugh. That's the other one. And then Jeff Hafley is the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. So most likely with that link from John Eric Sullivan, that he might be an option. He was the head coach for the Boston College Eagles. And he is now the defense coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. And then here's another interesting report, Robert Saleh.
Yeah. Right now, he's with the 49ers. He was the 49ers defensive coordinator, then got hired by the Jets. I don't know if you remember him with the Jets. It was a shit show over there, but it's also the Jets. He is a tough-minded guy, prior head coaching experience, elite player development, and led a top defense despite massive injuries this year. So the guy can do a lot with nothing. Robert Saleh is there. Chris, I'm also here. Kevin Stefanski is another name that's still there. He's an offensive-minded guy. He's two-time Coach of the Year winner with the Browns. He's still there. And then the other domino right now is Matt LaFleur. Let's talk about Packers land. The Packers, again, were ousted in the playoffs. I think they've made it 6 out of the last 7 years. He's been the 1 seed before. Matt LaFleur comes from that coaching tree. He only has 1 year left on his contract, and he's talking with the president. They're going to talk extension here. But potentially, if he's let go and he comes available, it makes perfect sense, right? You're getting the better McDaniel guy, more seasoned, more of a winner, more proven, and then you compare him with Johnny Sullivan. That's also a perfect world, right? And they lost to the Bears. They just had a massive, massive blow up with giving an 18-point lead on the road in the wild card game.
Now, that's the question I'm going to have for you, because Matt LaFleur is about to get fired possibly, or not re-upped. So the thing is, he has 1 more year left in his contract, so he could be traded. The thing about trading a coach is not like a player. You can't just trade him wherever you want. He has to accept where you're going to trade him to, or they can both mutually agree to part ways and void the last year of their contract. But it's, Matt LaFleur, if he just wants to get paid more, he could just say, you got to pay me this amount of money because I know someone else will, and the guy down in Miami, he will. But he's got a great regular season record, but he's only 3-6 in the playoffs. Is that someone you think you still want?
Yes.
Okay, me too.
I want a winner. I want a winner. I want a winner just like the person that bought you that beautiful jersey. Shout out to Sheila, by the way, who's watching. Look at that beautiful jersey. And Josh, the phone is still working, my friend. The phone is still working after 3 plunges, folks. We've gone straight into the pool with this phone. Folks,
Is that a jinx?
on Monday, if they win again, if I'm not at the stadium, if there's a miracle and I'm in the stadium, then I'll find something to do. But if I am home and they win, we're going back again. Are you going to come with me? First of all, you guys have to come watch the game at my house. That's number 1. Number 2, are you coming in the pool with me? Mark, you're the bigger fan.
I will answer that question. What I do want to know is that last time that you jumped in, you screamed something. Did you scream, "Mark, I love you"?
No, Ruben Bean, I love you.
You could have just said yes.
Sorry.
You know what?
You should have showed up, dude. You should have showed up to the house. Sorry. I would have said, Mark, I love you if you showed up.
I thought, I was like, why is he saying my name? I'm not even there.
No, it was Ruben Bain because I love him very much.
I am gonna go.
Yeah.
And Tiffany, if you're watching, that's what we're doing. One of her friends asked if we would go over there, and I don't know.
Just melatonin, dude. Melatonin is a wonderful thing. It's over the counter. It works on kids for sure. Okay, now crazy. We talked about Wildcard Weekend. We said it was going to be a fun one. It delivered. It was, out of the 6 games, one of them is going on right now. Out of the 5 games that have been played, 4 of them were spectacular. Okay, so first off, thoughts over the weekend. If you have any thoughts.
I hate the Patriots. That's my thought. I never thought that I would hate watching a game so bad. I was watching Justin Herbert, which that hate Marguerite alluded to earlier, and we'll get to it, kind of went away because it doesn't matter anymore. And then The Patriots, dude. I can't stand you. I can't stand the fans. I can't stand you. We got the best quarterback of all times playing for the Patriots, apparently. He's the best guy. We can't do no wrong. That's my only opinion on the matter.
Mark, any tidbits from this past weekend?
Yeah, there's something going on in San Francisco, huh? Kittle, poor little Kittle, dude.
I know.
What's with this power thing that's going on? Like there are people, the conspiracy of the power. It's concerning.
It's
Poor
there.
Kittle. You see that pop, dude.
Yeah.
You see that pop. It's not good. Herbert, dude, I can't believe that guy's alive. What happened to him?
A lot of hard hitting yesterday.
He got up, his chin strap was covering his mouth, and he walked to the sideline and didn't fix it. That guy was concussed, right? He was concussed.
There was a couple concussions. Parker Washington, who's a wide receiver for the Jaguars, early on in the game, got his bell rung, went into the locker room for evaluation, came back out, had a pretty good game. He was clearly concussed, if you kind of see him wobbling. But it was a phenomenal week. Josh Allen, folks.
Jesus.
Joey said it. He's built like a fire hydrant. Talk about hard hits. That Jaguars team was a good football team. They went into Jacksonville yesterday in a ruckus crowd, and that defense is legit. Was hitting hard. The best rush defense. He got sat on twice in the same tackle on his head. His head kind of like his helmet went sideways, ripped off. He on the fourth and goal, or whatever it was from the one when he punched it in, his knee kind of buckled, it kind of planted on his left leg.
Everyone else is out for the rest of the year. Like in that thing, his knee went this way. You guys can't see because of the thing, but he went this way. It's incredible that he came back in and was able to play at a high level. Not even just play at a high level. It's amazing.
Speaking of high level, the Rams. So let's just real quick. The Rams went into Carolina. It was a closer game than the experts thought. Okay, Rams came back.
Are we the experts?
Huh?
Are we the experts?
No, Vegas. A lot of people said that the Rams are going to win by more than 10 points. Everyone that I saw, Carolina put up a fight. Matthew Stafford, Bryce Young had a very good game. He led them to a go-ahead drive, and then Matt Stafford, 3 minutes left, and of course he came down as the MVP that he is, won the football game for the Rams. Rams are now, so then the Packers up 21-3, looking like they're gonna, and the Bears again. Caleb Williams and this Bears team are for real. They are always winning, coming back late in games. He made a spectacular play on fourth down for like a 30-yard gain. Got it, scored to DJ Moore. And did you see the interaction between
yeah, we know they hate
Johnson and LaFleur? You talked about it before.
We know they hate each other, and I think LaFleur did that to him the first game that they played. But we said the Packers were going to win, and I said, they kind of had a fluky win where they came back last minute. That's not going to happen again. I was way wrong. That happened again. And this is actually one of my main thoughts. So we're talking about the Dolphins' possible head coaches, and we're seeing it's, a defensive guy. Why? Because defensive guys are more vibrato, more of that alpha male type of guy. Well, guess what? Ben Johnson.
He's got that cheese spot.
I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, but he's that guy too. He's the alpha guy. And what he's done to Caleb Williams has been the joking guy, all this stuff. And that guy is all business, and his mindset is super clear, and he's turned him into a possible bust. Just, I know 1 year early, but they were people saying that he was a bust. They should have taken Jaden Daniels instead of him. And the way that he reacted after the game wasn't celebrating and smiling and laughing. It's kind of like crystal ball. Just want to know, job's not done. And I just have seen a huge turnaround, of course, from afar. And I think Ben Johnson deserves a ton of credit for that. He is a maniac, and I love it.
After the game, in the locker room, saying F the Packers. F the Packers. I mean, this is going to be heated. I love that. No, phenomenal. I love it. It's January. It's playoff football. You hate your division rival. Go do whatever you got to do.
Beat them 2 out of 3 times.
Yeah, good for the Chicago Bears. Now, then we get to the Bills. Bills going into the Jaguars. It was a back and forth game. Trevor Lawrence again playing kind of well. You know, that defense, Josh Allen beat up. They stopped the run. By the way, Jaguars had the number 1 rush defense. They faced the rushing leader. They showed a statistic. They didn't give up a rusher of over 75 yards all season long. That's so impressive to do.
And in the game, they only held them to 79. So.
Yeah, it just shows you what Josh Allen is and how good he is. You put the team on your back. He finds a way to take them up a score. They need a score touchdown. He puts them up 3. And then, of course, Trevor Lawrence, when push comes to shove, first play on that drive with a minute left, interception. Tre'Davious White makes a play, deflects it, and the Bills are now going to take on the Broncos.
Yeah, but Trevor Lawrence throwing 2 picks, can't do that in the playoffs. You can't do that
Not at
all.
home.
And,
Not at home.
I feel bad for Jacksonville because this would be like that momentum. Well, next year will be better. Really, who knows? But this year, there was only one of these guys this year, Josh Allen, and you had to face him week 1, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's terrible. Did you guys see Liam Cohen? Shout out to him, 13-win season as a rookie head coach. Did you see what happened in the press conference? There's some scuttle. You know, there's a little controversy right now. There was a lady who was a journalist. She's in the press conference, and she just tells him, hey, I just want to let you know we're proud of you. Duval's behind you. You had a hell of a year. Head up, sir. You know, giving him words of affirmation, words of encouragement. People are now coming. The media, some people in the media are saying that's BS. That's not the forum for that. We're supposed to do our job. You got to ask them questions about the game while it ended that way. We're not fans here. What is your take, guys, on this? Because I'm going to tell you right now, my take, I love that. I love showing a man who's down in the dumps, who just had a heartbreaking loss, to kind of show, hey, chin up, brother. Chin up, brother. We need you. We love you. We're behind you. What's wrong with showing some emotion, some sort of positivity in this effed up world that we are? Why not? Do you guys have any problems with what she did?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And the people that do have a problem with it are upset because they didn't think about saying that, and that's why they're criticizing it. She was phenomenal, and if you noticed, he smiled. Like, he gave a legit smile in a very difficult time. So whatever her doing that actually helped him a lot, and it worked.
Yeah, the no cheering in the press box ended a long time ago. So for anybody that's coming out pretending that it still exists that way, get off your high horse. That doesn't exist anymore. I agree there shouldn't be cheering in the
press
box. Thank you so much for the correction. I really appreciate that. But that doesn't exist anymore, so she could do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Come on.
The other reason why I bring it up is because I potentially want us to be in that situation, right? I want to be there.
I don't think we can do that, dude. If you want to be out there, we better stop talking about the parking, stop talking about Stephen Ross and Tom Garfinkel.
Hey, we had a roll on what happened this past.
I'm with
months.
you. I'm
All right.
They hurt us.
If anything, we're good. We're good.
Well, if we get some towels next year, you know that it's us.
Oh, nice. Is that where we're going to go? Yeah, that's right. We're going to do later this offseason. We're going to have some mind-blowing, amazing ideas for you guys to bring in the fans and the culture, okay? 49ers going into Philadelphia. There's fireworks all over again when these two teams meet. And right now, as the Texans just scored a touchdown, let's go. That's how I'm going to make my way to the national championship. It's because of these guys right here. Sorry. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Oh. But the 49ers go win. Brock Purdy, no Kittle getting hurt early in the game. It didn't matter. 23-19. Eagles lose at home. A.J. Brown is fighting with Sirianni. Hurts. Yeah, Hurts is just hurting. He's terrible, not playing well. They don't give the ball to Saquon Barkley. And again, Kyle Shanahan comes in and does it again.
Unbelievable.
Does it again, Chris. Good for them. The 49ers are now going to take on the Seahawks. The Rams are taking on the Bears.
Let's talk about that A.J. Brown, though. Not all of those balls were catchable. I think one of them, he had 4 targets yesterday. That's...
You talked about it, Mark. The interaction was... yeah, he had 2 drops, let's say, but they were contested, and one of them was lunging. It was pretty hard to make the play.
One of them would have been a very good catch. Like, it wouldn't have been an amazing catch. It's not Malachi Tony.
Yeah, boy. Baby Jesus.
But I mean, it would have been a really good catch. It was full extension, fingertip catch. That's a big catch. You can't tell him that he's dropping, and you're screaming at him
Let's say for the folks out there, what happens is he comes off the field, and he's not coming off the field, and you see Sirianni running up the sideline to go tell A.J. Brown, supposedly, to get off of the field and not get a penalty. But he immediately gets in the face of A.J. Brown, and him and the head coach start bickering at each other. And like Mark said off air, this happened early in the game, Mark. So like you said, 4 targets.
before the half.
And you said, Mark, you kind of pointed to it, that deep breath with A.J. Brown on the sideline, disinflated on the bench, shows you what his demeanor was. You took him out of the game. You took him out of the game.
As a head coach, you did that. You don't see Bill Belichick. You don't see the ones who have won. You don't see them react this way. You can get mad, but you don't run over and put your face into another grown man's face. Like that is nonsense. That's not professional. We know that he's not professional. He's done it year after year. There's a clip of him in the playoffs doing something that's not professional, like walking into the tunnel and screaming,
he's a douche. He's a douche.
The Bills are whatever. He's not. He's a problem. The fact that everyone's pointing at AJ Brown at this, I understand he has had a lot of stuff in the past. Even more so, not to do this. You need to be, as a head coach, heady and not emotional, and he gets too emotional, and they lose.
And last but not least, Justin Herbert going into Foxborough, but it wasn't enough. That defense just completely suffocated him all game long. 6 sacks for the Patriots. He was on his ass the entire game. Drake May didn't play the best football. He had a little bit of, it
seems like we
fumbled
say that all the time.
No, but he fumbled the ball yesterday. He didn't protect the ball yesterday.
An interception.
But, hey, nonetheless, that defense played very well, and they made plays where they're at, and now they're going to host They're going to host the winner of this game.
Which is the Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And again, Houston Texans are winning right now 7-3. Aaron Rodgers, a little screen pass, and that goes absolutely nowhere to former Miami Dolphin Jonnu Smith. We were talking about this earlier as well. Mark wanted to hate on Justin Herbert because he can't win in the playoffs. He's 0-3 in the playoffs. He blew a 27-point lead against the Jaguars. He lost last year and then obviously lost this game. He couldn't do anything, but there was no one open. Every time you showed the Eagle camera where you could see all the receivers aren't getting open. The defense for the Patriots were stifling. They were confusing. I saw one of the linebackers say that the Chargers admitted that they were confused. They didn't know what was going on. But that team is just not good enough right now with the offensive line being injured the way they were. Omar and Hampton couldn't go. They just a little too much. And Keenan Allen, how many balls did that guy drop?
Did you see, man, there was
wide
a big
open.
Game. There was a big one at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And he just hit his hands.
Yeah.
Like,
so I wouldn't put this on Herbert at all.
He doesn't win the football games. I'm sorry. At 0-3, at some point you have to talk about him. He's a great football player, but he can't win the big one. I'm sorry.
Well, they have
what did they just call right there?
They have the same thing going on with that's intentional grounding for sure.
I was gonna say if they were roughing the passer.
They have the same thing going on a little bit that Tua had, right? Like these built-in excuses for Herbert, and at this point it's 6 years, right? Like 6 years, you've made it to the playoff 3 times. There's 3 different offensive coordinators going. At some point, it's not working with him.
Accountability, man.
It's not working with him. They should move on. And with as much as I've hated Justin Herbert, come to Miami, Papa. Just come. LA, he's not working, dude. He's not working. You picked the wrong guy. We'll trade you the right guy. Tua, he can do it. He'll do it definitely in LA. It's warm over there. So
it's close to his family.
Exactly. Closer for home. He'll be happy. He'll play in Israel maybe. We're not sure. But I'll take Herbert.
Folks, real quick, we got some big announcements that we're going to get into LBO Locks, okay? We're going to get into LBO Locks, but F cancer, right? We don't like cancer around here. We don't like cancer. F cancer. We don't curse around here. But the Miami Dolphins have a phenomenal cause to raise funds for cancer research. They do the Dolphins Cancer Challenge every year. It used to be a biking event, and now it's turned into a 5K. And you've been hinting at this a little bit.
And a bike. Sorry. There's a full bike still and a 5K.
Oh, okay, cool. You know, we have good chemistry today, and I see you're trying to be really nice with the stuff like that. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. But okay, from the fat guy on this thing who doesn't run, they've seen me run in PE before. I cannot run. Okay, the Lafargas don't run. I can't. The last time I ran a mile was never in 37 years of my life. I've never ran a mile straight.
Not even in PE in St. Agatha?
No, you saw me, dude. I was always huffing and puffy. I was the last one with I don't want to say the girls that were with me, but I was always one of the last ones to finish. And it was because I was I remember I had asthma growing up, but I'm not Justin Herbert. I don't have excuses, but I had asthma. And
You had asthma?
yeah, I had asthma, of course.
Only at PE.
I had an inhaler.
When we had to run. I remember the inhaler.
You remember the inhaler? I used to have the inhaler between zebra cakes. But here's the thing, folks. We're going to have a tiered system. We're going to come out the flyer, and we're going to set up a GoFundMe, and you're going to be able to go in and donate for Dolphins Cancer Challenge and for cancer research, F Cancer.
And for dancers as well.
And for dancers, too. But if we raise $1,000, we're going to run it. If we raise $5,000, these guys I got to run the full 5K, and I got to run for a mile. If we raise $10,000, I don't know how it's going to happen. I got to run the full 5K as well. Okay, that's not going to happen. But if we hit $20,000 or more, I don't know if you folks have watched The Office before, but when there's the Michael Scott fun run challenge for rabies and stuff like that. He did the carbolo with the fettuccine alfredo. The whole team from LBO will have to eat a plate of fettuccine alfredo from the Big Cheese. That's where I'm calling it from. Right before the pistol goes off, and we got to run the 5K. Okay, we're gonna vomit. It's gonna be terrible. We're gonna have the shits. It's gonna be the worst thing of all time. But if we get to $20,000, it's gonna happen. Okay, so please. This is for a good cause. We want to raise as much money as we can. I've lost plenty of family members to cancer, F cancer, and we're doing this for the Dolphins. We love you all, and support us if you can.
If also to go on that, bouncing off the Office, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be dressing up. Okay, so I had the idea of dressing up as different characters from the Office. That would mean that Kevin over there would.
No, you chill over there. Okay, you're gonna make me run. Yeah, how nice of you that you get to. Not be the guy that's wearing a full blazer. Get out of here.
I'll be Andy Bernard.
The guy with cutoff stuff.
With the cutoffs, but I gotta wear Band-Aids on my nipples so they don't chafe.
I was told once by a coworker that I reminded them of Dwight. I've never really seen the show.
He's the best.
He's not the funniest character, but he is a top 3 character. Absolutely.
Who's the funniest character?
Michael Scott, dude. Michael Scott, and it's not even close. The guy is phenomenal.
So okay.
Funny.
Who's second?
Did this guy just throw another pick?
He just threw another fumble/pick. Sorry. The second funniest guy, Mark, on The Office? If you said Dwight's 3, who's 2?
Oh, I said he was
Pam.
top 3. I said he was top 3. Pam?
She's the worst. She's the worst. I want
No,
everyone to
he's
know.
number 2. He's number 2.
Pam is the worst. She's flirting with another guy while she's engaged.
Oof. Struck a nerve.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that chick. And then when he goes to find his dream and work with the sports stuff, she's really upset about it. So
yeah, terrible.
Pam, get out of here.
Another thing that we got to talk about is that we're going to have our own YouTube page. Okay, so we're going to hit that like and subscribe. We're going to start it next week. We're still part of 786 Sports. We're just going to have our own little system. Do you guys want to say anything about that?
Yeah, so we've had a lot of feedback, and some of the feedback that we get is that we would subscribe more, but the notifications that they're not interested in other sports. So This way you can set on your subscribe. You can set up your notifications so every time we go live, you can hear it. And then we can easily share our page. We are so thankful for all the supporters that we have and all the listeners and watchers that we have. So please look for that page. We're going to be putting it out on our social media over and over again so that you guys can like and subscribe. We're also going to be pretty obnoxious about this, all these type of things. We're going to be very repetitive. So you're going to hear about this run until February 28th. So it's only going to be like 4 or 5 episodes in reality, but it's going to be on our social media over and over again. And as soon as we have the instructions of where to send the money, I think I'm going to go ahead and say, I think you just go to dcc.com. And there you can look up one of us, and then you donate directly to them. That way you guys know it's all going to the right cause.
Yeah, no Wyclef Johns on this podcast, okay? Like, money's going to go straight there. You know, we want to go to DCC. We want that. But this is for a good cause. But please do not donate on our behalf. I'm just going to ask. I don't want to run for 3 miles straight. I don't want to eat fettuccine. I might die, literally. I'm worried.
I'm asking, have you even attempted to run or start to train? Like it's a little ways away.
So last week I ran, but I also had the dog, so she had to do poopy and stuff like that, pee and stuff. So I had to stop, but I have not walked in less than a 14-minute mile in about 3 or 4 years.
You can take as long as you want. You don't have to. There's no time.
I understand that, but so running is a loose term. My running looks like hobbling, kind of like.
I mean, if people pay for this, you got to run.
I'm gonna run.
I disagree. You don't.
How about
you could do the
skip?
fake runs?
How about I skip?
That's harder than running.
Is it?
Yeah, you can run. Running slow actually hurts way more than just running.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Just
And
run.
especially when you have 300 pounds on your back, it sucks.
Well, if you start to train, you know it's going to slim down. There's an ulterior motive here. Okay.
I appreciate that. Let's see
We're
what
look-
happens.
we're looking
maybe,
out for you.
Maybe we get Quest for 300 under 300. Okay, LBO Locks is back. It's our favorite segment. Mark. All right, LBO Locks is back. LBO, the divisional round. Last week, Little coming in at 2-3, Big at 4-4, and producer Mark with the leader in the clubhouse 6-2 last week. What a week for this gentleman. Now, 54% leader in the clubhouse is Little. Big at 53%, producer Mark at 46%. We got 3 games here because this last game is still going on right now. The loser of this game, or the winner of this game, will be going on to take on the Patriots in Foxborough. So let's start off. There's 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. First game on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. is in Denver. The Buffalo Bills are taking on the Denver Broncos in Power Field at Mile High. The weather, folks, it's going to be chilly, around 51 degrees. Not too bad, but it's going to be clear. It's going to be a clear afternoon in Denver. The Bills are 1.5-point favorites. Over under is 46.5. I'll confirm that. So leader in the clubhouse. The Bills are 10-8 against the spread. Broncos 11-6. The Broncos this season are 11-2 in one-score games. Buffalo is 5-5 against the spread in the last 10 games. Chris, who do you like here and why?
Well, I know that I picked Denver to win. But I didn't have Buffalo beating Jacksonville, so that changes everything here. 1.5. Bills are a 1.5 favorite, huh?
Yeah, over-under is 47, folks.
Give me the Bills.
Woo!
And then 47, you said?
Over-under 47.
Give me the over.
Woo! Producer Mark, tell us.
I'm going to go over on this one as well. But I picked the Broncos to go all the way, and I'm going to stick with that. I feel like it's hard for me to go against Josh Allen because he's a dude, but I'm gonna stick with my Bronchies.
All right, Josh Allen, this is your year, buddy. I have you in the Super Bowl against Matt Stafford. I am Bills Mafia this playoff run. Give me Josh Allen. Give me a Josh Allen 2-touchdown parlay. I'm not going to go with that. But give me Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, and you both have the over here, huh? I'm going to go with the under. I haven't been hitting over-unders. It's been screwing me all year long, but nonetheless, we're going to stick to it. Give me the under here. Now, Huge game. Two division foes, San Francisco 49ers going to take on the Seattle Seahawks Saturday night at 8:15 at Lumen Field in Seattle. Seahawks are 7-point favorites. Over under is 45.5. Seattle, both of these teams trend to the over. They're both 11-5 against the spread. Seattle's on a 6-game winning streak and has covered in 7 of the last 10 games when favored by 2.5 or more. Producer Mark, it's your Sea Chickens. Who do you like here? ¿Y por qué?
I'm going Sea Chickens all the way. That's who I have going all the way. And it's been working all year, so.
It sure has. Chris, I am going to start here. I'm going to go with the 49ers here. I'm going to stick with them. Even with Kittle, they're banged up. It doesn't matter to me. I think they're a good football team. 7 points is a lot. And I also am going to take the under here. The weather, Chris, I should have said, 91% chance of rain, 13-mile-an-hour winds, gusts up to 22 miles an hour. This is ground and pound, baby. Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield, little dump-offs. Give me the 49ers here. Chris, who do you like here and why?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's in the water today, but 7 points is way too much in a playoff game here. Not going to happen. Fred Warner coming back?
He's rumored, I heard, to come back in the NFC Championship game. I don't know. Let me look that up while you talk.
Well, you don't have to look it up. I'm going to be done. I'm going to go 49ers to hit the spread, but I'm going to pick the Seahawks to win the game. And I don't know what's getting into me. I'm taking the under as well.
I like it.
So
you're going over unders this week. I like it.
Yeah.
You and I are together in this. Now, last game, because we don't have the other game, because this game is still going on. The Los Angeles Rams at 3 p.m. on Sunday, going into Chicago, taking on the Bears at Soldier Field. The Rams are 3.5-point favorites on the road. Chicago is the over-under is 51. Both teams are pretty good against the spread, even with over-under. The Rams are 0-11 historically in divisional round game when they allow 29-plus points in the wildcard round. They just gave up 31 to Carolina. That kind of scares me. You talked about it. Ben Johnson. I don't give a crap. 3.5 points is a lot of points. I think that's going to probably come down. The sharp money is going to be on the Bears. The Rams, Puka Nacua is unstoppable. He's unstoppable. I will be taking the Rams here, and I'm going to be taking the over 51 points. Producer Mark.
I'm going to take the Bears on this one. I feel like the weather is going to be a big situation over there.
16 degrees, wind chills, making it feel like -8 degrees, Mark. Good point.
Have you been there right off of the lake?
Lake
Michigan? It's freezing, dude. Like you go deeper into the city and you don't feel it, but right off of that lake, it's like an air conditioner, and the stadium is right there on the side. It's going to be cold. It's going to be tough. I feel like the Bears and that black nail polish is going to come through, and give me the Bears.
Chris.
Yeah, this is not a divisional foe anymore. So as much as I like Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, they should have lost that last game, and they only came back because the kicker missed 2 field goals, an extra point and a regular field goal. I'm not betting against the Rams. I'm not betting against McVay, and I'm going to go with, 3.5 points. It's a lot of points.
It is. I think it's going to come down, to be honest. But we'll see what it's at.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it where it is, and I'm going to say the under as well.
So
give me the Rams at 3.5 and the under.
When this game
6-0 by next week.
Oh, I like it. Texans right now are beating the Steelers 7-6 going into halftime. Close game. Now, when this game is over, the line will probably come out tomorrow on Tuesday. When we come out with our post on Instagram, we always come out with a flyer and kind of shows you what our picks are. I know you guys love it. None of you like it. Appreciate that. Do us a favor. We're going to pick also this game winner versus the Patriots. That will be on there as well. Okay, we're not gonna skimp on that. But one thing before we leave and we finish this off. This is all about brotherhood. This is a Columbus and Belen podcast. That's what this really is. We're Miami fans. We're Miami Dolphins fans, but we came from both of these institutions that are phenomenal at what they do, their organizations, their brands, and the culture and the brotherhood. but I am all decked out. Okay, I got my hat on. I got my beautiful, beautiful golf tee on. But more importantly, shout out to Arnold and shout out to the class of 2006. Boys, it's a little snug. It's a little snug. They didn't have a 3XL, but if you look at this, how beautiful this is. Shout out to Danny Fernandez at DSF Promos. You are the best. But look at this. Can you look at this, guys, right here? Class of 2006. Let's go Columbus. Biggest game ever. It's the first time ever that a head coach is facing a former alma mater or alum from the same high school in the national championship game when the kid is a starting quarterback. It's Mendoza versus Cristobal. Miami Hurricanes are winning this football game. Last minute field goal. Carter Davis is going to hit a 47-yarder. We're going to win the game, and we're just going to go crazy, and we're all calling in sick on Tuesday, okay? Don't expect us there. I'm going to put in my leave tomorrow. I'm going to the doctor's office. We're calling in sick, brother. We're calling in sick. What is your prediction for the game?
I do have to give you a score.
No.
I think the Canes are gonna win.
Woo! Mr. Mark!
I'm gonna hit this button now because I think
We ballin', boy.
We going old school. For all the people that know Ballin' Boys, old school 2001, we're going back to the Rose Bowl. I know we didn't go to the back to the Rose Bowl, but they say it in this song, so I'm going to repeat it. UM is going to win. Hoosiers, good game. GG's.
And don't you guys forget that this episode is brought to you by Sasieta Law, personal injury attorneys. If you've been injured in a car accident, you need more than just a lawyer. You need an advocate who truly cares and fights hard for what you deserve. Call Sasieta Law at 305-340-9082 or visit sasietalaw.com for your free consultation. Sasieta Law, where strength meets compassion. Sayonara, suckers.
Ruben Bates coming for you, Fernando!